Let's just start streaming. Hello. Hello. We are starting the stream. Alright, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been paying for like this whole Adobe Creative Cloud for who knows how long. And with Photoshop, I've just been very much, let's get rid of this starting soon thing. Boom. Behold, it is I, the one, the only, the magnificent. Everything else from, what, that Mr. Mistopheles Cats movie. The Great Tengu of Eyes, right? Proceeds to cough. Oh, man. So yeah, I've been paying for Adobe Cloud for like, what, 2 years, 3 years or something? A year or something, I think. Maybe up to 3 years, yeah, wow. I've been doing this for like, what like the length of high school, which is, not good. Anyway, I've actually never, really gave it a go. I've watched a couple of videos, but I've never given it like a real go at like trying to learn how to draw in Photoshop. I've been using it to create thumbnails, and like I know the whole like highlight and then remove the background. I know clipping masks. I know like some blur stuff. But like to actually like draw, like I want to art. I want to art it up in Adobe Photoshop. Let's see what we're doing. We got Twitch, we got YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. But yeah, how do we read chat? Is chat a thing we can do? Huh, let's find out. Boom. Alright. Laptop muted, so we can just... Dude, we gotta get a better setup. My life is a mess right now. Can't have Photoshop, can't even art. Man, a messed up day. Oh, wow. Let's see, is this appear? The chat message should appear right here. No? Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. One sec. Sorry, I actually figured out how to have like chat open. It's just I have to actually go in and copy and paste the chat every single time, literally every time, right? So let's see, your channel. Am I capturing this? I hope I'm not. Hey, wow there, viewers! Just appreciate this fancy schmancy talk screen. There's nothing I'm doing in the background here. There's nothing I'm doing in the background. That's on the technical side. Don't you worry your sweet little beautiful viewer heads about it. Pop out chat. Boom. We're gonna grab this little website address. Go into a stream program. Going to go into the YouTube chat properties. Boom. Copy and paste. Uh-oh. Copy paste this bad boy. Boom. Let's see if yeah, look at that. Wow, that is not what I wanted at all. Why is there a big gray bar? That's if I what's our art? Where'd any of this stuff come from? Wait, what if... Oh. Huh. Wonder if I can capture this. Sorry, like I'm not trying to figure out how like how chat works, right? I'm trying to figure out how chat works here. Oh, we should get rid of this little error message with the heart. How's any of this work? You know, we could go on and on about, oh, how's chat work? Why is there a giant gray bar in the way? Cry, cry, cry. But no, you know what, we're just gonna move on. So let's see. So let's see, I have this nice little artwork thing. I think we can just find some YouTube videos on how to art and hopefully just go along with that. How to art. Why is art such a weird word? Art. We must draw a caricature, a portrait. Let's see, what we type in. Drawing in Photoshop. Beginners. Yeah, we got some stuff. We got some stuff in here. Alright, let's hopefully... Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. We're gonna be sharing our screen, so I'm kinda nervous, right? Hey, I'm doxing my OBS setup. Please don't judge me. Let's see. Let's add a window capture for YouTube, right? No, because we're only gonna be able to watch one at a time, so therefore it shouldn't even matter in the first place. Alright. So, boom. We got our YouTube, which doesn't have any personal information. We got our little Photoshop. This should all be captured. I'm going to double check because I was having problems capturing earlier. I was able to capture like the program, but not the actual like art window, right? Look at these Japanese symbols. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how one is short and one's shit, right? All right. Let's see. We got the eraser tool. Boom. It's like, hey, you want art? You want art? Oh gosh, this is gonna take forever. So just like a way to like, pia. Oh, why does it take so long to do that? That is bizarre. Uh-oh. Why is the cursor gone? Uh-oh. We broke it. We broke it already? Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Well. One sec, let me, this has been very strange. I feel like Photoshop and OBS just do not want to mix. I feel like I crashed it. Is it because I made this stupid, like, maybe I made the cursor too big and that crashed it. Like, this is... Why am I getting so many weird things tonight? Yes, save the changes. Sounds great. Oh my gosh. What a diva of a program. I'm pretty sure like the main menu docs is like my name and whatnot. Ugh. Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright, we got a cursor back. That was a classic Photoshop, if you know what I mean. That was some classic Photoshop. Boom. Oh, what a diva of a program. Alright, so I guess, yeah, we should just watch some YouTube videos, try to figure out what we're doing here. So this is just going to be YouTube videos you could be watching, but you're watching me watching YouTube videos, and so therefore it's like a whole... What is it called? It's like Inception.
Artists working in video games for almost 20 years.
Oh, great.
The majority of concept artists working in the video game industry use Photoshop.
Really? No, nope.
My dudes, what's happening, man? This is Trent. As you know, I've been a concept artist working in video games for almost 20 years. The majority of concept artists working in the video game industry use Photoshop. This is a software that you will need to know how to use if you want to be a concept artist working in the video game industry. Now, yes, it's true. A lot of different artists, if you're an Instagram artist, you're an illustrator, or do other jobs, you can use those other softwares such as Procreate, on iPad, or Sketchbook Pro, or Krita. There are a lot of other digital drawing tools to use, software to use. But we're going to be doing Photoshop because that is what a pro concept artist is going to be using when you go and actually get a job at a game studio. And this is going to be for beginners, but it's also going to maybe open up your eyes to some techniques and tools that you might not be aware of. All right, so enough of the intro. This is going to be a pretty meaty video. It's going to be pretty long. So, hopefully you can go along with me and I'll show you what all these icons and buttons do.
Lead me by the
basics of drawing using Photoshop.
Fancy haircut, man.
Now, first and foremost, you're going to be like, yo, can I just be a concept artist with mouse? Do I need, can I draw on paper? No, you got to draw with a Wacom tablet or an XP pen. You need some kind of input device that has a pressure sensitivity to it. Watch some of my reviews if you want to pick up a really good one. I recommend the Wacom 16 for a good starter. It's a few $100 though. All right. Now, here we are in Photoshop. This is the 2021 version. So you're going to notice this slick gunmetal.
Another thing that's never going to pay itself off.
And the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to File, New. You could also hit Command-N, as in Nancy. And here we go. We're going to set this resolution to 300. And let's, you know what? What you could do here is just pick one of these preset. A lot of times you'll find these preset ones. There's like for print or art and illustration. You might want to just go with something like this. One thing you'll notice is that they're all set to 300 DPI. It says PPI. It's the same dots per inch or points per inch, which are just pixels per inch, basically. So what you could do is just
look at this. We're starting at the very beginning.
That's going to give you 1,000 width by 1,000 height, and that's fine. But usually I like to go a little bit longer, like wider. So I'll do like a 3,000 across by like a 1,500 tall.
It was like one.
And it's okay if this is set to RGB. You don't need to change this. Just square pixels is fine. All these other settings are really unnecessary. These are the important ones, which are really just your pixel dimensions and your resolution. Don't go lower than 300 resolution of pixels per inch, because if you want it to be something that can print or just look nice, that's going to do it. If you don't like what you've done, you could go over here to this icon right here. This is the cropping tool. And you could say, well, I want it to be a little bit, more in, like that. Or you could go up here to image and go to canvas size, and this allows you to make some adjustments to your canvas. If you wanted to change the size of it, like go, maybe you wanted to do like 8.5 by 11. Let's do 11 wide by 8.5 tall. So that's like a like something that you would get on a note paper or something like that. Now, obviously, we've got all this. Now I have these colors here set to this, so it fills in the new area with this dark blue. But like, let's say we just want that to be a completely white canvas. Well, what you can do is you can hit Command A, which would select everything. You see these little ants, that means that's selected. But another way to do that is to just click on this little button up here in the corner, and then that allows you to make a selection. And then once it's selected, you could fill that in using the edit and then fill. Which allows you to just fill it in with whatever color you have selected. Or I'm going to show you how to change colors here. If you click on this little color button here, yours might already be white or black. And then what you could do, the top one is the one that you have selected. So I'm going to set that to white. And then I'm going to go up here to edit and fill.
Where are you filling?
With the foreground color. If you choose the background color, that's related to the second color here. All right. And that's like your basically your eraser
foreground, background.
So that's fine and dandy. We're all set up. Let's get to drawing here. So the first thing you want to do is click on this button right here. This is for the brush. And the brush tool allows you to draw. Now, if you've got a white canvas and you've got this set to white and you try to draw, you won't see anything because you're drawing with white.
But
let's say that we change that color. Click on the color icon and then select a new color. And then we make marks. Whoa, okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with something here. Now, obviously, just like any program, Command-Z is going to undo what you just did. So I'm going to hit Command-Z. If you're on Windows, it'll be Control. Whenever I say Command, it's going to be Control, okay? So Command-Z undoes everything, and Shift-Command-Z redoes it. This also walks you through your history here. Ooh. So the history here allows you to do and then undo and then redo all of your actions, every brush stroke. So like, let's say that I do a bunch of strokes. Let's say I just did like 50 different strokes. And this is kind of neat to watch, by the way. Watch. Okay, so let's go up our history. You can see here how you can hit Control Z, or you can actually click on where you want throughout your history.
Nope,
to,
we didn't get Shift Z. Shift Z is just zoom out.
By again, hold.
Freak.
So like, let's say that I do a bunch of strokes with something here. Now, obviously, just like any program, Command Z is going to undo what you just did. So I'm going to hit Command Z. If you're on Windows, it'll be Control. Whenever I say Command, it's going to be Control. Okay. So Command Z undoes everything, and Shift Command Z redoes it.
Shift
this
Command.
Also walks you through your history here. So the history here allows you to do and then undo and then redo all of your actions, every brush stroke. So like, let's say that I do a bunch of strokes. Let's say I just did 50 different strokes.
That's huge. We learned something already.
Watch, by the way. Watch. Okay, so let's go up our history. You can see here how you can hit Control Z, or you can actually click on where you want throughout your history.
I feel like his brush, my brush is different.
Or by again holding Shift.
Or it's like the pressure sensitive thing, right?
So this allows you to make a few mistakes, and you can easily clean them up. But again, I'm going to fill that in the same way that we had filled it in before, and I'm going to say go up here to Edit and then Fill. Let's do the background color because it's white. Okay. Now brushes. The thing you have to understand about brushes, if you right click, you pull up all of your brush shapes. Now think of this like you've same way that we had filled it in before, and I'm going to say go up here to Edit and then Fill. Let's do the background color because it's white. Okay. Now brushes. The thing you have to understand about brushes, if you right click, you pull up all of your brush shapes.
So what do we right click?
You have to understand about brushes, if you right click, you pull up all of your brush shapes. Now think of this like you've got
where's this fill image thing? Boom. Paint all of it white. There has to be like an easier way to do this, I feel like. Alright, boom. That's layer 2. Layer 3 now. So, brushes. It's beautiful. You told me I have to download like brushes though. That's a
brush. Let's say that you've got like a stick and you want to choose which kind of a stamper, which kind of a shape you want to imprint onto the paper. These brushes, now these are my custom brushes, and different brushes are going to have different properties. So some of them are going to look really like grainy and noisy, and some of them are going to have different kinds of pressure sensitivity.
You think me paying like $1 bajillion a month would give me all the brushes I need?
If we barely press, we get like a very small line. If we press really hard, we get a very thick line. And this is the value of having a pen input device, okay? Is that we get this broad range. Now, some of our other brushes are set to opacity. So if we barely press, it barely leaves any kind of an imprint. But if we press really hard, you can see the opacity. It's very opaque. It's very solid color. There's a few quick keys that you're going to need to know if you're using brushes. So, and if you want to increase the size of your brush, you use the right bracket. To decrease the size of your brush, you want to use the left bracket. And then, of course, if you you'll notice that you can increase the size.
Useful. Let's check. Let's test that out. Oh, and my bracket actually sticks. Cool. Shift Control Z.
This really comes in handy if you're trying to get a broad range out of your brush. You know, if you're doing a very large painting, for instance, you don't want to do the whole thing with a tiny, tiny, tiny little brush. You want to have a good range there. The other quick key that you're going to need is the Option key. This is also the Alt key on Windows. Now notice how it changes the icon into this little eyedropper here, which allows you to color dab. You can color dab blended colors and mixed colors. This is an effective tool if you're just getting comfortable with blending and creating gradients and shading, you know, because you can kind of color dab. You can blend two colors together and then color dab that gray, and then now you have that new gray, and then you can color dab the blend of that, especially if you're using a brush that only has like a 50% opacity. For most artists...
Where's our opacity on our brush? Hardness. Oh, no. Yeah, looks great. Looks great. Love it. Love it. It looks great, dude. Monkey. Ooh, ah, 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 ah. Monkey. Monkey. That looks like a nose. Looks like a cow's nose. It'd be moo. Oopsies. Moo. No, we don't need no tablet. We don't need no tablet or what's it called? We don't need no we don't need no tablet with the touch sensitivity. We're doing fine.
So they're kind of hovering their left hand over the Option key at all times. So I wanted to show you how the icon looks different when you change brush sizes and use the Option key, but my capture software doesn't capture the brush size or shape anymore. So for the rest of this video, it's just going to look like a more normal mouse icon. I know, even in the future, nothing works, right? So let's say that you don't want to color dab. Let's say you want to pick a specific color. Well, you'd click on this icon down here. This is your primary color. That's whatever color you have selected.
White to black,
but you can quickly begin to see
color.
how you could blend colors doing this by, for instance, color dabbing.
All right, I'm learning
using
stuff.
Using light pressure over another color.
We're learning. We're learning new things.
And your colors begin to blend. Color dabbing in between. And this is one way that some painters will blend their colors. This is kind of like having a little mixer board if you're used to traditional paint. Having a little mixer board and then being able, it's a beautiful thing though, because in real life you can't color dab. You have to mix those colors again to get the ones that you want. But with digital, you can just lay them down and then blend them later. There you go. So we get this nice gradation, right? And this will be nice for us to practice with as well, because another tool that I use is the eraser tool.
Wow,
now,
that's
when you're in Photoshop,
like
if you just flip over the pen, a lot of times like a Wacom pen will have an eraser.
Which is
and
the
all it
original
does
cave
really is take
paintings,
this
'cause early
secondary
man
color
used animal
and uses
fat
that.
and charcoal
But
and
if
clay
you were on
to
a
make
new
their
layer,
pigments,
for instance, it would
which was,
erase or
ochre
completely
brown to
make
red.
transparent that layer below. Now, what am I talking about when I'm talking about layers? This is going to be an essential thing that you're going to need to know about if you're doing things with Photoshop. Well, first of all, we need to understand the layer stack. Now think of this like a series of transparencies. We're going to create a new layer here, which you can also do with quick keys by hitting Shift, Command N, as in Nancy, and that creates a new layer. that layer is set to normal. So everything that is transparent is going to be see-through. You can look down at the image below it. Because the whole image is transparent, the whole layer is transparent, nothing's changed in our image. But let's say that we drew something. Let's say that we drew something with a bright red so that you can really see it here. We draw over the top of this. Now it looks like we're messing up what we have, right? But the thing is, that's only on this new layer that we have here. So if we click off the visibility of that, we can see that we haven't really changed our image at all because this is only isolated to this element. What we've painted here is only on that one layer. Now if we hit the eraser tool over this, you'll see how it just erases to a transparency rather than using that secondary color that I was talking about before. And that is because we are on a new layer. So think of it like an eraser on that layer, which creates the ability to do, well, you can make a lot of mistakes if you do this, for instance. So for example, let's say that you wanted to add in details, around the outside of something. And this isn't, I'm not drawing anything particular. This is just to showcase how you could use this. So even using white, by the way, which white is an opaque color. So you could carve or cut or create shapes or even use this to create masks that could be selections all on this one layer. And again, that is on one layer. So we're able to move it or manipulate it without disrupting or disturbing the layer below.
Fascinating.
Now, when a layer is set to normal, that's how it's going to behave. But there are other layer effects that you can use.
All right, that's something
the two that I will use the most is darken, which essentially only allows darker elements to be visible. So, for instance, if I use this color over this, it's going to show. But if I use white, it won't show at all because it's darkening it. And white is lighter than what is beneath. So if you wanted to, for instance, just have, this be the darkest element of your drawing, you could use a darken layer and then paint over your lighter elements. The lighten layer effect does the opposite. So if you remember, I had a lot of white that I had painted in, and because it's on a lighten layer, anything that's lighter than the color beneath it will be visible. If it's darker than the color beneath it, it will not be visible. Another layer type that I use, or layer effect, is the multiply. And multiply is nice because it will sometimes allow you to create shadows. A lot of times I'll just do like a 50%
the layer below it, specifically the layer below it,
to add shadows. And that is pretty much the equivalent
of... guys, this is literally something that I mess around with. I've done the whole layer type on the video editing, Adobe Premiere. But I was like, which one looks good? I'll just wing it. That's wild.
Just adding black to a color if you were mixing it in acrylic or
cool.
Multiply will multiply your colors
different types of layers.
All right, so you may be wondering, well, I've got these gradations, but it feels like hard-edged and chunky. You see, this is it's not a smooth transition, right? And so there are some other tools that you can use to make it smoother. Probably you might want to your first together. All right, so you may be wondering, well, I've got these gradations, but it feels like hard-edged and chunky. You see, this is it's not a smooth transition, right?
I'll be honest, I'm only doing this just because I was like, it's Tuesday. I stream on Tuesdays. I need to stream. And I'm I just do not have the energy to play video games today. I'm tired. I'm all right, I need to be productive today. I cannot be playing video games. I love video games. I love trying to make playing video games productive, but just not today, just not today. Dude.
There are some other tools that you can use to make it smoother. Probably you might want to your first impulse would be to go to this blur tool, but you'll notice that the blur tool just doesn't really do much blurring at all. It's very minuscule. Really? It's only for subtleties and backgrounds. I barely ever use that. Your second option is to go to the smudge tool here, and this is going to have a little bit more of a blending going on.
Wow.
You can change your brush. Remember I was talking earlier about how you can use different
hey, that's AIR. No, just the smudge
to
tool.
Get different shapes. And you'll want to find one that's got a lot of noise, though, with the smudge tool. I like to use this one personally, but this is one of my own personal ones. Usually it's one with a lot of space. You may want to explore which brushes are going to get you the kind of texturing and material that you like. There is also, in the last couple of years, they added the mixer brush, which is this one here. It looks like it's a brush with a little bit of a water kind of a stain looking thing. And this one does just a heck of a job blending colors. Let me pick a brush that I think will work pretty well. I like this one with the mixer brush because it's got a little bit of a chalk texture to it. And then you'll color dab. And this creates like a nice grainy kind of a color blend. So if you want to get a much more natural kind of an oily brush texture or paper texture, this is a good way to get that.
The smudge, right?
I like this one because
he's just going over the different colors. Brushes.
Pick a brush that I think will work pretty well. I like this one with the mixer brush because it's got a little bit of a chalk texture to it, and then you'll color dab. And this creates like a nice...
We gotta follow along. We gotta follow along, right? We gotta follow along. Let's do the Zorn color palette. We're doing the Zorn. Uh-oh. Do the Zorn. Do the Zorn. Uh-oh. And then there's smudge, right? What's the smudge tool? Pencil tool, mixer brush tool. I'm sorry, yeah, where's the smudge tool we kept talking about? Is this it? Blur, smudge. Oh, we found it. Smudge, smudge. Smudge laugh. Ah. Why is this window so small? Who's Kyle? All right. Thanks, Kyle. Oh. That was weird. It's doing it. It's doing its thing. Thank you. Kind of wish I could see like it being captured, right? Is there a way to like Control T this? Yeah. 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 Oh. I feel like the ochre brown is like not what that's not it, Chief. Like, I very much feel like this ain't it. Right, and then we can smudge it, right? And then my computer, maybe like I need like a better processor. I don't know why it doesn't do it correctly, right? Yeah, why smudge correctly? It's fascinating. Is it because I'm streaming and have like a VTuber thing up? I'm wondering if like that's why. Uh-oh. Huh. I thought it was Alt-click to like grab like the color, but it's not. Uh-oh. Oh, phew, nothing was doxed. I think this might just be the brush. Like maybe it's just like a very complicated brush. Right. I don't know, maybe I'm just coping right now. Maybe I'm just coping. That my expensive bajillion-dollar PC can't draw pretty color. All right. Let's get back into it.
Grainy,
look how much better this thing looks.
Kind of a color blend.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
This one here, it looks like it's a brush with a little bit of water, kind of a stain looking. Which is this one here. It looks like it's a brush with a little bit of a water, kind of a stain looking thing. And this one does just a heck of a job blending color. So I wanted to show you how the icon looks different when you change brush sizes and use the Option key, but my capture software doesn't capture the brush size or shape anymore. So for the rest of this video, it's just going to look like a more normal mouse icon. I know, even in the future, nothing works, right? So let's say that you don't want to color dab. Let's say you want to pick a specific color. Well, you'd click on this icon down here. This is your primary color. That's whatever color you have selected. But you can quickly begin to see how you could blend colors doing this by, for instance, color dabbing and then using light pressure over. This is one way that some painters will blend additional paint, having a little mixer board, and then being able, it's a beautiful thing though, because in real life you can't color dab. You have to mix those colors again to get the ones that you want. But with digital, you can just lay them down and then blend them later. There you go. So we get this nice gradation, right? And this will be nice for us to practice with as well, because another tool that I use is the eraser tool. Now, when you're in Photoshop, if you just... Now, what am I talking about when I'm talking about layers? This is going to be an essential thing. That's only on the... So think of it like an eraser on that layer, which...
I have no idea.
All right, so you may be wondering, well, you know, I've got these gradations, but it feels like hard-edged and chunky. You see, this is like, it's not a smooth transition, right? And so there are some other tools that you can use to make it smoother. Probably you might want to, like, your first impulse would be to go to this blur tool, but you'll notice that the blur tool just doesn't really do much blurring
that smudge
at all.
Tool, and then this
very minuscule. It's only for subtleties and like backgrounds. I barely ever use that. Your second option is to go to the smudge tool here, and this is going to have a little bit more of a blending going on. You can change your brush. Remember I was talking earlier about how you can use different brush tips to get different shapes. And you'll want to find one that's got a lot of noise, though, with the smudge tool. I like to use this one personally, but this is one of my own personal ones. Usually it's one with a lot of space. You may want to explore which brushes are going to get you the kind of texturing and material that you like. There is also, in the last couple of years, they added the mixer brush, which is this one here. It looks like it's a brush with a little bit of a water, kind of a stain looking thing. And this one does just a heck of a job blending colors. Let me pick a brush that I think will work pretty well. I like this one with the mixer brush because it's got a little bit of a chalk texture to it. And then you'll color dab, and this creates like a nice grainy kind of a color blend. So if you want to get a much more natural, kind of an oily brush texture or paper texture, this is a good way to get that. and then you'll color dab.
All right, so this is brush tool, right? This is brush tool, and this is
pick a brush that I think will work pretty well. I like this one with the mixer brush because it's got a little bit of a chalk texture to it. And then you'll color dab, and this creates like a nice grainy kind of a color blend. So if you want to get a much more natural kind of an oily brush texture or paper texture, this is a good way to get that.
I think I froze it. No! It's not opening. It's not opening. Are you responding? It's not responding. It's unable to smudge it. Oh, this is no good. I'm gonna have to upgrade my PC. Yeah, we're gonna have to upgrade the computer. Oh, uh-oh. No, all my beautiful, beautiful downloaded games. Docs on the internet. That's fine. It's fine. Light. It's only the things that are... Huh. Oh, hard mix. Oh, yeah, it looks so beautiful. I freaking love Photoshop. Boom! Beautiful. It's an abstract, actually. All right, let's see. What are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? Pencil, color replacement tool, mixer brush tool. What does mixer brush do? What does this even do? All right, we can just like capture a color, right? Yeah, just do that. Oh. Oh, if we just do that. And we can get brushes, right? Yeah, what's a good brush here, huh? Where's the good brushes at? I'm looking around. I see one that's like what, smoke themed? Didn't tell me was Kyle's Impressionist. Who's Kyle? Why do I have his brushes? Concept brush. Yeah, no, this is all just Kyle's stuff. Who's Kyle? Am I supposed to be Kyle? Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful out there. What in the world? You telling me? Oh, okay. This is just another little smudge thing, huh? That's pretty cool. Smudge it up. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. More smudges. That this would be so annoying to do if yeah, we're gonna have to upgrade our we're gonna have to upgrade our stuff, huh? Probably. We're gonna have to upgrade our computer. Whatever, who cares? Who cares? Upgrade schmupgrades.
There you go. So that's a nice way to get a little bit more organic with your brushes, but I don't want to go too much more complicated than that, other than to say there's a lot you can do with this, and you can get some very natural looking brushes using Photoshop, using this combination of some of these tools that I've just shown you. Another technique that a lot of artists that I know use is the selection and fill or airbrush tool. So up here, you'll find this little icon right here, and this is a lasso tool. Now you can use the polygonal lasso tool or the lasso tool. The difference is this. So with the lasso tool, you can do rounded corners and shapes and things like this. And you can hold down the shift key to add even more to it, for instance, and draw in multiple shapes. And then if you use the airbrush, let's create a new layer real quick, and then use the airbrush, you can do a, you can see how you could create some really neat airbrush selections using that. And this is very handy if you're filling in large spaces. Because I did it on another layer, remember, you could move it around, for instance. And the polygonal lasso tool works the same way, except that when you click, it creates a straight line, and then the second time you click, it creates a corner. So this is really useful for creating geometry, or I'll give you an example here. Like, let's say you were going to draw in a box. You know, you can make it look like a very convincing box by using the polygonal lasso tool to create perception of depth. There we go. Let's choose the yellow for that side, and then for the top, we'll do something that's like a lighter yellow. Watch how this works. So this is really cool for.
All right. Boom. What were we doing? What are we doing? All right. Gotta focus again. My bad.
You can see how you could create some really neat airbrush selections using that. And this is very handy if you're filling in large spaces. Because I did it on another layer, remember, you could move it around, for instance. That I've just shown you.
Zone out there.
That a lot of artists that I know use is the selection and fill or airbrush tool. So up here, you'll find this little icon right here, and this is a lasso tool. Now you can use the polygonal lasso tool or the lasso tool. The difference is this. So with the lasso tool, you can do rounded corners and shapes and things like this, and you can hold down the shift key to add even more to it, for instance, and draw in multiple shapes. And then if you use the airbrush, let's create a new layer real quick, and then use the airbrush, you can do a, you can see how you could create some really neat airbrush selections using that. And this is very handy if you're filling in large spaces. Because I did it on another layer, remember, you could move it around, for instance. And the polygonal lasso tool works the same way, except that when you click, it creates a straight line, and then the second time you click, it creates a corner. So this is really useful for creating geometry, or I'll give you an example here. Like, let's say you were going to draw in a box.
Bro, I've been needing to know that. I thought the lasso tool was only to like draw and like fill it in.
A lot of artists that I know use is the selection and fill or airbrush tool. So up here, you'll find this little icon right here, and this is a lasso
tool. Or maybe it is.
Now, you can use the polygonal lasso tool or the lasso tool. The difference is this. So with the lasso tool, you can do rounded corners and shapes and things like this, and you can hold down the shift key to add even more to it, for instance, and draw in multiple shapes. And then if you use the airbrush, let's create a new layer real quick, and then use the airbrush, you can do a, you can see how you could create some really neat airbrush.
That looks like shit. That's in the most loving way. All right. No, why would we do that? You gotta, yeah, all right. And then we hold shift, right? And then we draw in, move some water. Sorry, moving some stuff on the side of the desk. All right. Love it. You know what? Looks great.
Selections using that. And this is very handy if you're filling in large spaces. Because I did it on another layer, remember, you can move it around.
I could do like a rough sketch and I could just lasso.
The polygonal lasso tool works the same way, except that when you click, it creates a straight line. And then the second time you click, it creates a corner. So this is really useful for creating geometry, or I'll give you an example here. Like, let's say you were going to draw in a box. You know, you can make it look like a very convincing box by using the polygonal lasso tool to create perception of depth.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Let's choose the yellow for that side, and then for the top we'll do something that's like a lighter yellow.
Yo, let's make a cube then. Yeah, I'm all on board for that. Deselect stuff. And then lasso tool. I wonder if this is like separate layers for him. No, it's not. Interesting. So boom, we bring it the brush. Turn down hardness. How do you turn down the opacancy of it though? Is this the layer opacancy? That's the layer opacancy. All right. Nope. Deselect, right? Or yeah, we could just bring this bad boy back up, right? Huh. See, I messed this up, right? Mean dog. Right, we got red, we got green. We need to do red, green, probably like this thing. Ooh, that's cute. That's cute. How cute that is. We kind of messed up one of the lines, but I don't even care. I don't even freaking care. We're learning Photoshop. We're doing it. Beep beep boop ba 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 da beep beep ba ba ba.
Watch. So I got some So this is really cool for creating the illusion of geometry. There we go. Look at that. Pretty neat. If you wanted to select one of those faces, for instance, say you already laid it down, you can't go back to reselect it, right? So you could go here to this this selection tool. This is the Magic Wand tool, a classic. This has been around a long time. And what that does is it selects the solid body of a surface. So for instance, here, it has to be on the layer that's selected. So if we go to that layer below and we select here, you'll notice, look, it's only grabbing colors that are that similar. They're connecting. They're one sort of an object, I guess, in a sense. It's the way it's seeing it is because the pixels right next to the pixel is the same color. So it grabs that. And like here, if we click this one, it'll just grab all the dark ones here, you know. And now that's your selection. So if we go back to our layer above it where we had done that polygonal lasso, and then we select this face, for instance, we could even go in here and add in a little bit of airbrush to that selected face. And you can begin to see how you could even just do entire drawings just using the selection tool with an airbrush. And I know some artists that do their entire paintings with just selection tools and airbrushes and just a little bit of that mixer tool.
Whoa! Wow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. All right. Right. I love it. I love it. So much.
That I had shown you earlier. There's some other key things that you're going to need to know if you're going to draw with Photoshop, one of which is the transform tool and how to use the transform. So what I'll do is I'll use this selection tool. I'll make a selection. I hit Command C, which will copy it. Command V will paste it, right? Once it's pasted, you'll notice it pasted onto a new layer. So that's on its own layer right there. Now if you hit Command T, you can do the transform. Transform allows you to rotate it, skew it. If you hold down the Shift key, you can squeeze it. And if you hold down the Command key and grab a corner, you can even do one of these things to squeeze some of your objects into a perspective, for instance. Squeeze. So I use this a lot, for instance, if I've got to like resize a character's eye or just resize a part of something. You know, if you had like an element here and you're like, maybe I want to make this part, you know, a little bit longer, you know, then you could do something like this and maybe do a distortion like that. And then you could just go in and like clean up while it's on its new layer. So that's a technique that I use an awful lot. And you're going to see me do that a lot in the drawing that I'm about to do. All right, let's hit it with the time lapse. All right, how does all this stuff come together? All right, you're going to see me drawing on the bottom layer here, and it's basically just doing the sketching. You know, the digital tool isn't going to do the drawing for you. You're still going to have to learn how to draw, okay? The digital tools are just there to make it easier for you, all right? This is a bit of a common misconception. A lot of people think that digital means it draws it for you. No, man. You still got to learn how to draw. You still got to learn your basic fundamentals, how to create perspective, and how to create depth, and how to create clustering of your details and clustering of your shadows and all that stuff. You're going to need to learn how to turn forms. You're going to need to learn your fundamentals. The drawing tools, they don't do it for you. Just getting my brushes isn't going to make you draw like me. You're still going to have to understand how to turn forms and how to design and how to control the viewer's eye. And that's why I made all my other tutorials. If you're getting into drawing, you can check out my easy art lessons if you're really early on, if you are a beginner. You can learn to draw pretty cool stuff in just a matter of a weekend, and then it's just a matter of practicing and getting comfortable with using the tools to get the results that you want. So hopefully this video is going to help you along in that regard. My advice is to not compare yourself to other artists. Don't compare what you're doing to what I'm doing. Don't try to draw the exact same thing. Try to draw your own face of a character using the tools that you just learned. To do this drawing, I just used 2 layer types, normal and darken. I didn't even use a multiply layer. And then I used my watercolor brush, which is a lot of what you're seeing here. You can get that in my brush pack. And then I also used my spatter brush, which is just like a toothbrushy kind of a spatter. It simulates like if you were to just spray, white paint across your image. And you could see it in the image to get that texture. That's how I'm getting that texture, is mostly with the brushes. So you're going to want to explore your own brushes. You're going to want to explore other people's brushes. A lot of artists post their brushes and they make them available online if you want to get a specific artist's look or feel. But make no mistake, just using somebody else's brushes won't make you draw like them. It'll help you to get a certain look or effect, but you'll still need to learn how to draw. This character is the ancient Tenza who appears in the Twilight Monk series of novels and art books that I work on. If you want to learn how to draw, if you want to learn how to turn forms and actually create cool looking buildings and characters, like what you're seeing me draw and like what I draw here on my channel, well, guess what, man? I've created.
So let's see. We could actually try and do like a cool thing, right? Let's just save it. Let's just save it. Dang it. Oh, look don't look at this. Earth stream 1. Why not? Looks great. All right. How do we do this? Do we like sketch before? Do we import a thing? I wonder. Yeah, do we import a figure sketch someone did? I think we can do that. Oh, we're capturing this right now, aren't we? Look away. Look away. Da, 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 ba, ba. Uh-oh. Nope, there we go. We're good. 1 second. Close that. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Hey, look at this figure sketch that I totally drew and then steal off the internet. I stole it. I'm a thief. Bro, what's up with VTubers and just being all fucking drama recently, dude? Yeah, rasterize it, dude. Oh. All right. Wait, oh, that's 1,000% hardness. Always hard. Right, how do we do this? How do we do this? What was that? Yeah, what are we doing here? We have no idea where our fundamentals are. We have no idea where our fundamentals are. Well, yeah, what's this guy's first thing? He just sketches it out?
When the sketching, you know, the digital tool isn't going to do the drawing for you. You're still going to have to learn how to draw, okay? Okay? The digital...
All right, so it looks like what we have to do is... Bruh. All right, we have to draw, right? We have to draw, dang it. Brush tool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, all right. Nope. I hate it. Wonder if I'm disabled. Like I cannot put my cursor where I want it to go, you know? Right, like look at that. I was trying to exactly trace that line. I might be disabled. I have hand tremors, you know? Yeah. Definitely disabled. All right. All right. Nope. Bro, it's like this every single time I draw. It's like this every single time I draw too. Is there a way to just like fill this? Just be like color fill. Nope. No. Nope. I messed it up. Just deselect it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess, it's like, hey, it's a brand new skill. You gotta get good at learning new skills. All right, so like, how do we fill this exactly? Like, oh, that's right. We have to take the actual like brush tool, right? We have to take like the actual brush tool. Yeah, it looks great. Looks great. Like we can put a little you can put like a little outer glow on it. Looking good. Size 2. I don't know what to do. Let's see. Should we watch like an actual like shading thing? I don't know. Brush tool. Boom. Brush tool. With the eyes of my character, they're originally like a different color of yellow, like with my skin, my eyes. Like I'm a Tengu like VTuber. Because I saw it in my phone. It was one of the emojis. I've been looking at this emoji for the past bajillion years. Be like, what's up with this guy's nose? I need to know. I need to know what's up with this guy's nose. Why does it look like that? And so I made a VTuber out of him because it's like, hey, VTubers. A lot of these VTuber agencies, they're Japanese. They're doing this thing with idols, right? But yeah, I'll just be one of these little red goblin monsters from what the keyboard tells me. Little red goblin monsters. And I actually based the skin and the eyes off of one of the, you know how like each emoji, there's like different emoji keyboards depending on, like the emojis appear differently, depending on like if you have like an Apple iPhone or an Android or like a Microsoft product. I found one of them that looked really cool, and so I directly copied the color from that Tengu's skin. And that was that one's eyes, which yeah, it was orange and yellow looking back, like everyone's like, oh, your skin tone kind of looks too natural to be a tank. I'm like, dang, I messed up. I want to make it look all red, like vibrant red. Yeah, it just looks like a muted orange. Looks just like a natural skin color, which I'm not going for, right? Like I want to get like an unnatural skin tone. I want to look like a goblin. Looks great. Love it. Looks great. Love it. Anyway, when I bought this shirt, right, you got all the different options between the different trims on the collar and the barcode, and there's some symbols on it if you're full body, right? And I was like, like it'd be more cohesive if I just changed my eyes to the yellow of the jacket, because I wasn't like smart enough to like go into Photoshop and select the color of the jacket and make it my yellow of my eyes. And so my skin tone is of one of the emojis, and then I remade my eye tone off of literally the orange of this jacket. And there's this cool little thing where you can like create a clipping mask in streaming programs where you can capture one color and have it be like super bright and visible and make it look like, you know, it's glowing, right? And yeah, that was my plan. To like have my eyes and the orange of my coat be glowing. Thought that'd be cool. Oh. Can I like just cancel this for like a sec? Be like, hey, oh, no, sorry. Oh. For some reason going left is just super slow. Love it. Oh. Alright. Can you just like hold oh scheiße. Oh no, I can't undo it either. How about this? How about go fuck yourself? I think we're looking good. Cooking with fire, baby. Woo! I just realized that brush tool, right? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm thinking about like going to like a magenta, like a more purple red, which is better than like these. I think terracotta red is pretty fire, not gonna lie, right? Terracotta red is pretty fire. Just don't know. I also do want to be like very vibrant. It's not really something I'm getting from like this whole terracotta like orange red spectrum, because like orange red's still kinda still kinda like a natural skin tone, right? Or I mean like people's skin has red in it. I feel like the whole like purple red was this magenta? I don't know what this is called. It's definitely not burgundy. Burgundy is too dark, right? Yeah. Nope. That was a mistake. Looks great. Bro, I have no idea what I'm doing. Um, that's fine. It's okay not to know what you're doing, I feel like. This looks fabulous. Love it. How do I select just this though? Cancel, cancel. All right, I think I can just do this. And then, right? I have no idea what I'm doing here. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Man, I think I nailed it. Yeah, I think this looks really good. Looks great. This looks great. Uh, Bro, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's pretty cool. All right, so nope. Is there like a vector pen tool I can use? Whatever, we'll just freehand it. Who cares? Who cares? And then yeah, we're gonna give it like that, or even like that. Okay, looks great. No, I haven't been drinking, officer. This is pretty chill. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Oh gosh, yeah, okay, so my drawing has actually gotten just like worse. It's official. My drawing has gotten worse. All right. How did I even draw that? Oh gosh, yeah, this is completely different than like what I'm trying to do. Oh no. Looks great. Looks great. Why not? Learning art. Learning art, dang it. We're doing it. Alright, I'm gonna snip this, I'm gonna send it to my friend. I'm like, I arted today. I arted so hard. Save as art 2, right? Yeah. Love it. It's beautiful. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, I think, yeah, it's now like 1 o'clock. I think we're good. I think we're good, fam. Looks great. Ah, yeah. All right, we're gonna have to buy a freaking couple $100 tablet, aren't we? What a messed up day. What a messed up day. We're gonna have to buy a freaking tablet. Costs a couple $100. What a messed up day, Chief. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, hey, thanks for checking out the art stream. Bruh. I learned so much and I actually tried to apply it and I was just like, Is the secret actually buying a tablet for a couple $100? I cannot justify being like, hey, you know how you draw like occasionally, you know, like once in basically never. What if you were to yeah, what if you were to spend a couple $100 on like the handful of times you draw? I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't know. I guess it's a useful tool, right? It's just come on. Yeah. Oh, what a crazy day. I don't know, I guess we need to know like the fundamentals of like how to draw a face and how to shade it. And then we have to draw the hair, then we have to draw like the details of the hair. Actually, no, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. No, you know, you can't cage the beast. Can't cage the beast. We're gonna keep going, dang it. We're gonna now do the hair, right? Boom. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing? See, so I'm thinking like we do the actual like we do like the actual hair, but how do we fill it? Yeah, that's my only thing. Like, how do we actually fill like the hair area? I was like, what's my guy look like? And I just look over and like, I feel like I have a very feminine hairline. There's like hairlines. I have a very feminine one. Cause like this whole Vroid thing is like based off of females. Something I don't really tell you. And what, do I just squiggle it? Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Bam 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 bam. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Bam 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 bam. Just a little bittle. I wanna cry, dude. I want to cry all the dang time. Alright, let's see. We can then do like some soft stuff, right? Yeah, we can do like an off-white ochre. Yeah. Alright, what would we do here? Or what would it be? Then we'll use the smudge tool. Oh yeah, smudge it. Oh no, that was not. That's not what we wanted at all. Hello? I think I see it a little bit. Yeah. Looks like shit. That looks so bad. We could try the blur tool. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Ah, dude, I just cannot hit these lines anymore. Is that like not a thing? No, like this is all because I have a mouse, right? I don't know. Looks great. I'm an artist. I'm an artist now. Mm-hmm. Looks great. Looks great. We're an art. We're arting. We're arting here. We're arting. Art. Congrats everyone, we did it. We did great. We're doing amazing things here. It's so hard to be like, oh, it's so hard to stay positive when you're like, wow, we are like very far away from a task. Like I feel like we should just like, oh, like I guess this was fun. This was fun, right? It's like obviously like being creative is fun. This is great. This is cool. Just I very much understand that I'm like within like the first couple steps of a journey of, you know, of 100 miles. Like I have like a long way to go here. I guess, like, making novice work, you know, as a beginner, that's cool. It's just... I don't know, like, what is fun? What does it even mean to have fun? Is it all just lies and chemicals in our brain? Tell us how to feel. Was this nice? I guess objectively, we just, you know, create some colors on a piece of paper. There is satisfaction to, like, stepping back and be like, look at this! I have made this! Look at what I've made! I'm somebody that is making things! What the hell is this, though? Ugh, I don't know. We can make it an emote. That'd be great. Make an emote. Yeah, we just gotta get all the emotions. I understand how, like, the art world is so toxic sometimes. Dude, like, the VTubing sphere has just been super toxic recently. Whatever. They can go fucking die. God damn it, did I just break to you? Did I just say something controversial in, like, the last, like, couple seconds? Whatever. Anyway, thanks for checking out the stream. Love you so much. Bye-bye.